Hello and welcome to All the Pies. My name's Si. That is Kev. And in answer to the title of this video, guess who Newcastle have been linked with? ... Um, fucking everyone. There's the answer. So if you want to leave the video now, go on then. You can fuck off. Because yeah,
Nice.
we're linked to absolutely everybody. But no, there is one massive name we've been linked to. And yeah, it's getting me rather excited, even though it probably won't happen.
God, he scored so many goals.
All right.
All right.
A bit better now.
Aye, you look a lot better.
Yeah. Piss
you've,
bag removed from my bladder. So I
mhm.
piss like a man again.
It's
Sitting
been
down.
the proverbial 12th man this on this podcast, hasn't it? The piss bag.
Yeah.
It'll be trending on Twitter.
Yeah. It's gone now. It's gone. Hopefully for good, but unlikely. Well, hello everyone. This is, as it says up there, the transfer rumours and gossip show. Woo. So if you're partial to a few rumours and a little bit of gossip, go ahead and click that like button, and it'll spread it round. It'll spread these rumours all our YouTube for that would be mint. Write a comment with your favorite rumor. Maybe an ex-lass, is doing something she shouldn't be. Oh, whatever you want, I'm not gonna get done for it. You might, I won't. Hit subscribe, motherfuckers. Kevin, how you been?
Been all right. Shit without football, though, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
I know we've still got a couple of games of football, non-Newcastle related, to look
FA
forward to
Cup and a Champions League. Yeah.
in the Europa Conference on Wednesday.
Yeah.
But then, yeah, and it's shit because there's this period where there's nothing but
Hey man, we've
rumours
got
and gossip.
international friendlives.
Have we? I didn't even know we had them.
I even went, I could not give a fuck.
Nah, I've told you, like, Gareth Southgate's done a good job of making us like. Well, I should be more into it because we are going further than we previously did. But I don't know. He's just his boring style of play is like
it's awful to watch.
it is. So
With the
I mean,
talent
don't
he's
get us
got.
wrong. I'll probably watch them. I'll probably if I'm not doing anything else, I'll watch them.
Oh my! I'd rather watch reruns of old Newcastle games. But yeah, but I do like the fact that as soon as the season ends, the transfer rumours start, and it's been good to be a fan this last year and a half during transfer rumour season, because now some of the names in the past you'd be like, nah, there's no way we're getting fucking Chowdhury on loan. You know what I mean? But now they're like, Messi out of contract, Newcastle, maybe. Aye, go on then. And it's
Well,
not within the realms of impossibility either.
well, what I was going to say is this sort of period where the season's just finished, the transfer window hasn't officially opened yet.
Mm-hmm.
It's all we've got, isn't it? It's just like a little bit
Yeah,
of rumours going
yeah,
about. And yeah, so I want to sort of give the caveat before we get into this to take, as we are, all of this with a massive pinch of salt because we are rumoured with absolutely everybody under the sun. Some I think probably are more likely than others.
yeah.
But what the fuck else we got to talk about, Si?
Exactly.
What the
I
fuck else we
posted
got
it
to
on
talk
Twitter.
about?
People going about the guy who I'm going to show first. It was like, I said, oh, it'd be one of my dream signings. You went, yeah, dream, because it's not going to happen. Blah, blah. I was like, you're in that old Newcastle mindset. We are a Champions League football. It just happens to be the richest club in the world. So, you know
And
what I
even if
mean?
it's not happened, it's something to talk about, isn't it?
But it's possible now. It's not like it would have been under Ashley. Do you know what I mean? These things are possible. But yeah, probably not going to happen. Any of these things, few of them might. But let's just have some fun. Do you know what I mean? Let our imaginations run wild and see what potential team we could have next summer. Why
hypothetically
not?
speaking, aren't we? We're hypothetically
Yeah.
speaking.
Why not pick our own fantasy little football team? Fucking right.
Mm.
You ready, Kev?
I am ready.
You ready? You ready?
Get it on.
Affecting in the rain.
Okay, let's go.
Right, I'm going to get straight into it with the first one. No messing about. Fresh link today. Ridiculous, this. Newcastle have been linked with Victor Osimhen. Kevin, initial thoughts?
Shite, innit?
Aye, pure cack.
I'll tell you what.
Cacker.
11, 12, 13 million.
Yeah, definitely.
No,
Do a top deal like Ryan Fraser at 22 million.
well, you know, this guy's been at the top of my wish list since pretty much since the takeover took over. The takeover went through, especially since last summer. But a pipe dream one, and it was somebody I always thought like in the future I could actually see him come to it. But when I was thinking that, we didn't have that little dangly carrot that is the UEFA Champions League. So remember, take everything I'm saying with a pinch of salt, right?
Yeah.
But I think, rivals, get them away. I think the Riz, maybe there was 50-50 chance we could get Osimhen.
I think it's 50-50, and I'll tell you why. After I just quickly want to say that Newcastle have been blah 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 blah. Yeah, Gazzetto dello Sport are reporting the Magpies have made contact with the agent of the 24-year-old Nigerian striker, although an eye-watering 130 million price tag would almost double Newcastle's previous record. Now, we'll get across to
Gazzetta dello Sport, or is that the Spanish version of the Shields Gazette?
I think so. Look at this season. He's had this season. Played 31, scored 25, and in the Champions League he's played 6 and scored 5.
Don't forget the 4 assists and the 2 assists in the Champions.
5 assists.
Got 2 assists in the Champions League, I'm sure. No, 1. Sorry.
Well, that knocked him down as any.
Well,
let me get to my point.
It's not just
why 50-50? Because he wants to come to the Premier League. That is known. Apparently, that is known that his destination that he have choice is the Premier League, right? And he also wants to play in the Champions League. Okay. So I think it's between us and Arsenal, and I'll tell you why.
I agree. I've got a feeling I know what you're going to say.
Man City have got Haaland, and they've got what you call him, who thingy as well. God, my memory. The other fella, the other striker, it was a world class. They've got 2 world class strikers, but obviously Haaland's the best in the world. And Man United are the other team of the 4 that are in the Champions League, who I'm almost certain I would put money on it as a gambling man that Harry Kane will be going there, and there's no way they'll be signing Harry Kane and Osimhen. Now Arsenal have Gabriel Jesus, Gabby Jesus, and his record at staying fit is not the best. Now they also have as backup, this is the only backup they've really got, as Eddie Nketiah, who seems to, care more about his rap career than finding the back of the net. And also, I don't think he's I don't think he's an elite striker yet. I think he could be, but he's not yet. So that is why I would think Osimhen would pick between Arsenal and Newcastle, and I think he'd pick Arsenal, unfortunately.
Do you?
Yeah.
Based on what?
The fact that they were challenging for the title.
Right. In the same camp as you, I feel if he was going to come to England, it would be for a Champions League team. I agree it won't be Manchester United. One, Who wants to play for Man U? Secondly, yeah, you're right about Harry Kane. I think they've got their sights set on Harry Kane, haven't they? And it just fits their mold. Never,
I mean, I would take
never
Harry Kane
discount,
or Osimhen. I'd take either.
never discount Man City for any player.
Not gonna
Haaland's made it clear that he wants to end up at Real Madrid, and didn't even say how he's in even a couple of seasons' time when he signed for them.
Yeah.
So he's been very open about that. Arsenal, I don't know, like we can offer him more money. Like it may come down to it's not like we're even selling a project now. When we're now in the Champions League, we've just finished nearly third. We're a funny hair away from finishing third. So a few points behind Arsenal. I think the sell that we'll be able to give them to say, look, we're a team that's not going to go away. We're going to be the ones going to be competing with Man City season after season after season. Throw in with that.
Would we beat the guarantee him a start? What
Yeah.
would Eddie Howe guarantee him a start over Isaac and Wilson?
Yeah.
Do you reckon? Would that upset the dynamic? I don't know.
So what? I mean,
well,
what
no,
do you do? What do you do? Just
no, you can't say so what, because
you've got to
our team. We said we weren't going to talk over each other on this podcast. Our team have overperformed, okay, and a lot of that is down to the team spirit. So yeah, if Osimhen did come in and really upset the apple cart, yeah, that would be an issue.
Okay, well, I think the only way he's going to upset the apple cart is by taking somebody's position, and competition has to be healthy. Look at Isaac and Wilson have shown that they've pushed each other this season, and another player coming in a forward role is only going to push it even further again. You should know. Otherwise, what's going to happen is you're going to sort of stagnate a little bit and say, well, actually, I don't want to upset that player. I don't want to upset that player. I don't want to upset that player. When somebody of the caliber of Victor Osimhen comes around, and like I say, I'm going to keep saying it. Take what we're saying with a pinch of salt. We're not saying it's going to happen. But if that did come around, then you've got to grab that with both hands. And I've got no doubt Eddie Howe would look at that and go, do I want Victor Osimhen in my team for next season? Yeah,
but that's it. Wilson, look, you're coming off. You're coming on for 15, 20 minutes game, and we'll stick in some of the domestic cups after having his best ever season in the Premier League, scoring 18 goals.
So, would you rather have Wilson than Osimhen? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm not saying that. You know that's not what I'm saying.
So what? So,
what I'm saying is, how would that come across to Wilson, who's just scored 18 goals in the Premier League? What was it? Fifth highest scorer, and Osimhen scored 25, but and that was in the Italian league. Could he come in his first season and beat 18 goals? Don't know that, do we? So what's that saying to Wilson? Do you know what I mean? That's going to knock his confidence. I don't know. Is what I'm saying. I don't know how. Yes, I would love him.
I get what you're saying. And it would, probably upset a few players, but that's the nature of the beast with us now. That's gonna happen. That's gonna happen all over the pitch. We'll have players who have been concrete for especially this season as well. Look at, Fabian Schär's been absolutely great this season. If we go out and sign a really top class centre back, think Fabian Schär's going to be happy about that? Probably not. No, but that's the nature of the beast we're in now. And if a top player comes along and that upsets the apple cart, which I get, and I do agree. It's if I'm Callum Wilson and you go out and get an Osimhen, you're looking and going, freaking hell, where's that put me in the pecking order? Yeah. I'm already, really struggling to try and keep Isaac out the team. Where do I stand now? But that's what football is. That's what happens when you go to a top team. If you don't really like that, then you need to go play in a mid-table team where you're going to be guaranteed your games. And so it's about that balance of what do you want? Do you want to be competing at the very top? If you do, then you you're going to have to fight really, really hard because chances are there's going to be big players wanting your spot.
Well, he would Osimhen would have to be guaranteed to start, wouldn't he? That would probably in the discussions that would be one of the major factors that he's a starter. So
I would imagine that would be part of the conversation, but I would imagine that's a conversation that happens on probably most negotiations. But
I wouldn't thought for elite players it does. For elite players, but not for all players. Anyway, that one is one that again probably won't happen. I don't see it happening, but it's nice to be linked.
We'll move on from it. Did you watch any of the highlight reels of him from this season?
Oh, yeah, I watched them. Yeah, it's naughty. Right, a little technical error there. We're back. I'm just finishing off a pint of Twiglets. Whilst we're paused, I was looking at the side of the screen. This is what's wrong with this country in this new age that I don't understand. These are the headlines, the main headlines. I did a bad thing. Picture Philip Schofield. Philip Schofield finally sets a record straight on Qgate. And then Boris Johnson send his WhatsApp messages. Like, what? I think this is, the world's just getting daft. Remember Nathan Barley, the Chris Morris show? We live in a world of idiots. The idiots are winning. That's how I feel like just being alive.
There's nothing else happening in the world, Simon. There's no wars.
Yeah.
There's no corruption.
There's no cost of living crisis. Nothing. Just Philip Schofield rattling a twinkle. Boris Johnson, probably sending twink shots on WhatsApp. Anyway. Newcastle United have been offered João Felix, according to the Mail Online. Now, João Felix obviously has been on loan from PSG to Chelsea this season, but apparently he's fell out of favour and will not be returning to PSG. So he could be offered, I swear somewhere that he could be offered for free. That would just pay his wages. That would just pay his wages. A loan deal, obviously.
No, right. A free loan, not the 11 million that Chelsea paid.
Yeah, free loan deal. Because apparently Chelsea aren't wanting to keep him on. He scored 4 goals in 16 Premier League appearances, which isn't bad for a Chelsea side that have been absolutely cacabolical.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm a little bit cooler on this one. I mean, don't get us wrong, João Felix is a good player. When he first signed that loan deal at Chelsea and he made his debut and he came on, I was watching that game and he did clearly look like the best player on the pitch. He looked comfortable with the ball at his feet. For a striker, he was coming from a bit deeper as well. He took a few players on. He's a tidy footballer, but I mean, did he get any knocks when he was at Chelsea? Because after that, he just didn't seem to feature as much as I thought that he would, especially when you paid 11 million for a loan deal. I don't know. I'm probably feeling a little bit cooler on this one than some of the others.
I think the manager of the season came in and just kind of switched the team up and done some rotation. So
he's got an eye for talent, has he?
Proper Lampard ball. So yeah, I wouldn't put too much on his ability going off his Chelsea loan deal. I wouldn't. I wouldn't. And for me, it is one that I would say yes to on a loan. 100%, I would. Move on.
Yeah, I mean, just before we move on, I look at these goals for a striker. He's across Atletico and Chelsea, 8 goals this season.
Is he an out-and-out striker though?
Well, pretty much. He's pretty much, yeah. Like, I mean, I suppose you could play him just behind the number 9. But I just don't see where he fits into our team, to be honest with you.
Again, he would be an option off the bench, and he probably would start out in cup games would be his first start to see
And
how
he'll
he
not-
impressed.
and he'll not be on a cheap wage neither. So it seems like an expensive one to have for that role. So
Yeah.
probably a no from me.
Well, I'm going to give it a yes. So we'll move on. This one's been all over doing the rounds. That Newcastle are very close to signing young Spanish midfielder Gabri Vega, or apparently it's pronounced Vea, but we'll just say Vega because it's
Yeah, we'll say
easier.
Vega because we're
Yeah.
Geordies, and that's what we do.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, this one's a bit more exciting than Felix. Midfielder, more of attacking midfielder.
Attacking midfielder, yeah.
Attacking midfielder. Again, obviously coming into this video, I don't watch a massive amount of Spanish football.
Me neither. I just watch
So-
clips on YouTube whenever I link to someone. I'll go and watch the highlight reels.
And highlight reels are exactly that, aren't they? But
Mhm,
his
I know.
were pretty impressive. I've got
Were?
to say, he's tidy with the ball at his feet. He bit of jiggery pokery, a little bit of magic. Coming through the middle. He's not scared of a shot from outside the box. Seems to hold the ball well and gets into dangerous positions. Looking at his stats, 35 matches this season, 9 goals, 4 assists. Has had the
Mhm.
1 red card, but only 6 yellows, which I suppose isn't too bad.
Oh, I should have mentioned João Felix. That's why he missed a few games. He got a red card in his first game for Chelsea.
Oh yeah,
Forgot about that.
I forgot about that as well.
Yeah.
So
Just came into my head when you
Gabri Vega, 21 as well.
Mhm.
21. Now, when I was looking at him on transfer market, they had him at 30 million.
Yeah,
Seems a decent price.
yeah,
A
definitely.
decent price for a 21-year-old attacking midfielder who's got 9 goals in a season. I think again, though, this one could be difficult because I think the other team who is suiting them is none other than Real Madrid.
Real Madrid, yeah. But
Yeah.
look what happened with the fella we were meant to be signing last season, who went to Real Madrid. Eki Teki.
Didn't go to Real Madrid. Went to Paris Saint-Germain.
Did he? That's right. You're right. Anyway, well, look what happened with these young players who want to go to the best club in their league. It's not always work out that tremendously for them, does it? Because obviously, he's not going to be a starter at Real Madrid, is he?
And you're exactly right, Si. And that is why, again, like the Aussie men, it is probably a bit 50-50 because that's again we've got the Spawn Dulix to
Mhm.
offer a nice wage for his age and a nice contract. But second to that, they'll be saying, well, hang on, yeah, you can go to Real Madrid and try and make your way in, but we've had players that have done that in the past. We'll give you game time,
Yeah.
and you'll be in the Champions League. Sell the project. Again, I'm a bit 50-50 on whether this would actually happen or not. For those particular reasons, but for me, it's a definite yes.
So yes for me, and this is the one that apparently is out of all of them is the closest to being done. So, but again, who knows? Nobody knows. We're definitely not claiming to be in the know. I'm just googling Newcastle transfer rumours. So that's how much. Do you know what I mean? That's where we come. That's the angle we'll always take. That we
Yeah.
don't know. We're just following the news like everyone else.
Our
Moving on.
contacts are Eddie from the social club.
Moving on. Leeds United transfer rumours as Newcastle named as possible Tyler Adams destination.
Yeah, Tyler Adams. I watched his highlights reel as well. That's impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm lukewarm on this one. Don't get us wrong. I think he was one of their better players.
He
Young
was.
American player. Plays in midfield. He would definitely be a squad player.
Squad. Just don't say we do need a squad. And for me, it's a yes if we ship out Ryan Fraser. Looks like Matt Ritchie signing a new contract. Isaac Hayden, he's coming back. The King, El Jeffo Hendrico. As long as we get rid of them, then Tyler Adams as a squad player would be a yes from me.
For me, it's a really lukewarm yes.
Yeah.
And it would be very dependent on on what the price would be. It
Yeah.
would I wouldn't be stretching the purse strings too much. I mean, we're probably doing a bit of an injustice here. We don't watch him week after week. There could be some
Yeah.
Leeds fans here where we were saying, what on about? He's class.
Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, but for me, it would be as a squad player, and yeah, a very lukewarm yes.
Same for me. This next player is 100% a yes from me, and it's Dominic Sabozlai, who's been. It was more so last week that this one was everywhere. You couldn't move for Sabozlai coming to Newcastle. Apparently, there was talks, and it was a done deal for again another attacking midfielder.
He's one of these names. So when I look at previous windows, there was certain names that didn't seem to go away. Sven Botman.
Yeah.
We've been linked with him a few times. As well as that, there was Isaac was banded about, seemed to go away, and then popped in right at the end. This rumor doesn't seem to go away, and it seems to be coming from quite a few sources, doesn't it?
Yeah.
What I think it boils down to is probably going to be because RB Leipzig aren't on short of a few quid themselves, and they're not really in the market for selling players. It will probably boil down to whether Newcastle trigger the release clause, which I believe to be in the region of about 70 million.
70 million. Yeah.
So it's just whether they rate him as a 70 million player. Look, if there's a 70 million release clause and the player wants to go, you make him for about 60. You make him 55, 60 million. I'm sure they'll not just go straight in with the release clause, but I just don't think Leipzig are probably one of the teams wanting to sell the best players because they'll be pushing for a title challenge next season as well.
Yeah.
So,
and they're a team that will want a lot of money, as are the next team.
hang on, but yes, I didn't say big hot yes.
Yeah. I didn't need you to. Yeah. Tottenham and Newcastle after James Maddison and Harvey Barnes. Now it's been heating up the Tottenham links for James Maddison. That there's been moaned more that he favours Tottenham. Again, how much of this is true, we don't know.
Oh yeah, surely purely speculation. And if he favours Tottenham, then I wouldn't be heartbroken at that.
No, I would not if we got to Bosler, I wouldn't.
If James Maddison became a Newcastle United player, I'd welcome him with open arms, and I'd be excited to see him play for Newcastle. And I'm sure he would go and have a good career at Newcastle United, the same as if he went to Tottenham Hotspur. I'm sure playing in a better team than Leicester, he would go on to have a good career with them. And I know it's all rumours and you hear things and you don't really know where it comes from, but I've heard rumblings of possible attitude problems. How true that is, I don't know. Could it just be bitter Leicester fans because he didn't pull them out of it? Out of them two, and you notice they never get linked to teams individually. It's always James Maddison and Harvey Barnes. You never see like an individual article on the player by himself. Out of them two, who would I rather have? I'd rather have Harvey Barnes, and I think the stats show that as well. So looking at Harvey Barnes' stats for this season, 34 matches, 13 goals and an assist, only 3 yellow cards. Whereas James Maddison's had 30 games, 10 goals. Fair enough, 9 assists, so he is coming in with assists more than Harvey Barnes. But just even based on when I've been watching the games, the odd Leicester game that I do watch, he does seem to stand out a little bit more than Maddison. So given the choice of the two, it would definitely be Harvey Barnes for me over Maddison. And I didn't think I would have said that. Maybe it's in January or beforehand. What's your thoughts on that?
I would still favour Maddison over Barnes, just for his technical ability. Yeah, I would. You look at Miggy and the season he's had this season. Do you know what I mean? I don't think it's ever going to be repeated. I think it's a one-off. So Barnes scoring 13 goals in a season, don't think that's going to happen again. Do you know what I mean? That's my feelings on it.
And do you think they'll both go to the same club?
I don't think so. No, I don't think so. It rarely happens, does it?
Nah.
But,
Looks like they're making a little pact in that photograph there, doesn't
I
it?
know.
Yeah.
I know. My
Whatever.
feelings are I was really banging to Madison. And now I would definitely take him,
Mhm.
but I wouldn't be heartbroken if we didn't, as long as we get someone better.
Mhm.
And I think Szoboszlai could be that player. And Harvey Barnes, yeah, take him. And I think he'd be happy enough to play a squad role if he had to.
And here's the thing. So yeah,
But we're going from possibly the Championship to the Champions League. I think he'd be happy enough to sit on the bench when he was told he had to sit on the bench. Put it that way.
and I agree with you in what you said there about if it was a choice between Madison and Szoboszlai, I'd rather have Szoboszlai. And I mean, look at what
And that's only from
the
his
whole.
showreel. That's only goes from his showreel. That.
Oh yeah, 100%. And yeah, well, Szoboszlai's a bit younger as well, hasn't he? He's probably got a
He's
little bit
younger,
more
and I
ahead of
have
him.
watched other people, the Toon Review. Young Alex from there does all the girls, all the stats and all the charts and the maps and all the stuff that I don't understand. But anyway, apparently, according to him, he's an absolute cracking player. So, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
He beats Madison on all the GDPDs, whatever they're called, all the numbers and charts and dangles and dongles. He beats him on that. So.
yeah, and I
Then
don't think we'll
got
get
my
in a
vote.
bidding. Sorry to interrupt. I don't think we'll
Yeah.
get in a bidding war for Madison. I don't think you'll have if it became between us and Tottenham. I
Yeah.
don't think they'll probably have their cut-off point and move on. If Tottenham come in higher than that, they'll probably go let them have him. Now, if you're paying 50 million for James Madison, and this is what I was going to say about where do you draw the line? You start looking and going, well, for an extra 20 million, you can have a Szoboszlai, but then you can go for an extra 20 million, I could have an X or a Y or a Z.
Yeah.
Has to come a point where you draw a line and say, this is what we want to pay for a player in this position, unless it's Victor Osimhen, and then just play them whatever the hell they want because
Yeah.
I really want him.
Yeah. Or Declan Rice. Obviously, not the same position, but yeah. Declan Rice or Osimhen would be definitely two of my dream signings.
Statement.
Obviously, Jude Bellingham has already made his move pretty much guaranteed to Real. So, yeah. My other two on my dream list were Osimhen and Rice. So yeah. Yeah, so from me it's maybe it's not bothered for Madison, take him, and for Harvey Barnes, I would, but I'm not like red hot over either of them.
Yeah. So I mean, if we're saying yeses and nos, so for both of them, they're both yeses, but and I wouldn't say they were lukewarm yeses. If they came to Newcastle United, I'd be happy.
Yeah, me
But
too.
I'll not be heartbroken if they don't come.
Exactly. And moving on to the final one that just will not go away. Kieran Tierney from Arsenal. I didn't mention that one to you, did I, at the end? I forgot. I just chucked it in.
No, but that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, this link is one of those links that's went on and on and on. And for me, we do need backup in that position, but we don't need a sick note. And that's what I'm worried about. Why would you sign someone who you know has got a terrible injury record?
And it's such a shame because he is a cracking player.
Yeah.
And he's the right type of character
He
for
is.
Newcastle United. And he's somebody I could see Eddie Howe really, really liking and getting the best out of. And him on the left with Kieran Trippier on the right.
Yeah.
But there is that massive elephant in the room of exactly what you said, sick note.
And
all the time.
For someone that we already know has a history of picking up injuries, just the intensity in which we play, it just doesn't seem like a good fit to me personally.
You know, I'm just so like 50-50 on it, because if he comes and if he doesn't come and he goes to another team and he doesn't pick up an injury and plays the entire season, I'm going to be like, shit, we fucking dropped the ball on that one. We really dropped the ball on that one.
Yeah,
And I
but
think we've said this. Sorry, go on.
no, I think if we don't get him, we will get another player, like an elite player in that position. We're not
We
gonna
will.
we're not gonna have a Target, Burn, and is it what you call him? The other
Summit.
Dummit.
Jamal Lewis.
They're not going to be the three we have there. If we didn't get him, we would get an elite player who plays there, and that's what I'd rather have, someone with a better. And it's just because of the injury record. I do rate them. I rate them a lot, but you don't want a sick note there.
I agree. So I think they need to box clever with this one. I think, you know, and in fact, I know these will be the things that the likes of Dan Ashworth will be saying to Arsenal. They're going to be saying, "Look, yeah, Kieran Tierney, when he's fit and he's playing, is a 30 to 40 million pound player, but he's not fit." So if you can get him at a cut price, I think you do roll the dice and you do take the gamble.
Yeah.
I think that the very, very, very maximum you pay is somewhere in the region of 20 million. The maximum, because even that I think is quite a high gamble just because of the injury record. If you can get him for a 15 million, snap the hands off.
Never going to happen. What?
Take
It's never going to happen. 50 million. Never going to
not.
happen.
I think 20 million. If you can get them down to that
I
range,
don't even think they'll go to 20 million. I don't think
probably
they will.
you're probably right. You're probably right, and that's probably why there is a chance that this deal mightn't happen. But who knows? Who knows? It's a shame because I really rate him as a player, and so do Arsenal fans. I know
Yeah,
Arsenal
I
fans
know.
really rate him. Everyone rates him. You know, the Scotland international. I know Scottish fans, they rate him. Everybody rates him. It's just and it's sad for him as well that he keeps picking up these injuries. So
Yeah.
is it the same injury he keeps getting? Is it, or
I'm
is
not
it?
sure. I'm really not sure. I'm not sure. No, don't know.
So yeah, I mean,
But for me,
no.
unfortunately, it's a no.
For me, it's a yes
Right.
if the price is right.
For me, it's definitely a no, and find someone in that position who's going to be more reliable, fitness-wise, and it's got nothing to do with his talent, ability, or character, which apparently I think are all excellent. It's just the fitness.
Yeah.
Witness the fitness. If you can't keep up with the intense pressure of this new Newcastle, then it's a no from me. Right, well, that was our weekly roundup of the transfer rumours. Now, remember, these are just rumours. We're not saying they're going to happen. Don't go on Twitter going, "I'll never get awesome, and it's never going to happen." We're not saying it's going to happen. We're just reading the rumours and the reports for something today, for a frisk, because there's no football on. So your knickers and a twist of lollies. But if you've enjoyed that, though, do comment below with what you think of those players, which ones you would take, which ones you would rather give a miss to, and if there's any more on your list, be it realistic or be it wild dream players, then put them in the comments, get some engagement going on this channel so we can get moving and get more views than 115, you fucking divvies. Yeah. But please also remember, like it, go and press that thumb button now, mugs, and hit subscribe. And we will be back either with the first part of the season review, or if we don't have time to do that, we will be back next week, because we'll be doing this every week, a roundup of the transfer rumours and gossip. But follow us on Twitter at All the Pies NUFC, and I will let you know when each new video comes out. And until then, enjoy the weather. Apparently it's going to be nice. Have a good weekend. Watch what you're doing and share the video, you little mugs. See you later.
Come on.